South Korea's racing to defend itself against drones from North Korea, which managed to infiltrate the south for hours on Monday without being intercepted. And while they were deemed to be relatively unthreatening in themselves, is the North already ahead with its own so-called killer drone, capable of really hurting the South? And how can we feel reassured in neighbourhoods here that we won't suddenly encounter a North Korean drone flying overhead? Seoul's defense ministries announced a 5-year plan costing 560 billion won to add a drone unit and develop ways to nullify the threat of enemy drones without endangering civilians. That's over $440 million to be spent on an anti-drone laser system, as well as a jammer that would be able to neutralize smaller aerial devices. South Korea's military also held anti-drone drills Thursday, and we know from a senior official here that President Yoon Suk-yeol ordered an in-kind response to North Korea's infiltration this week, saying the South should send up 2 or 3 drones in retaliation to 1 from the North. And South Korean Defense Minister Lee Jong-sup insists that this week's drones, with an estimated wingspan within 2 meters, were not big enough to be a serious weapon threat. But it's not quite as simple as that. Even smaller drones can do damage, as we've seen in the Middle East and more recently in Ukraine. That's not to mention the potential for delivering a biological or chemical attack. Such acts of terror might not pose a nationwide threat, but the possibility is disconcerting considering how difficult it is to detect small drones, as we saw this week. And North Korea is believed to have smuggled an American-made drone from Syria, which could carry a small bomb before self-destructing as far as 800 kilometers away, putting all of South Korea within range. And what about the possibility of a North Korean killer drone striking from the sky? We can't officially say it has this kind of capability yet, but satellite imagery of the North suggests it may. It appears to have a drone similar to the CH-4, China's version of the US MQ-9 Reaper drone, dubbed the Silent Assassin for its past attacks on Al-Qaeda targets in Iraq and Afghanistan. We know North Korea's made this kind of drone a priority, and it's just a matter of time, even if it's not ready to deploy one yet. The concern for the South now is protecting itself until that drone defense plan bears fruit and actually seeing the plan through. After all, for almost a decade, experts have been calling for improved South Korean anti-drone measures. Now the threat's being taken very seriously, and hopefully not too late.